I just want to explain a little bit more about what I was saying about the Russian people. I mean, any people that have been under a demonic communist rule for almost 100 years, it's going to produce bad footage. You see, when somebody puts a gun to your head and says, "Give up your soul right now. You can't believe in God. The government's your God." 100 years of that kind of garbage, indoctrination, and demonic bastardization. You see, the Jews use different strategies all over the world, and in Russia they use communism to destroy Jesus Christ, to Christianity. Yeah, they were behind it in Russia. Yeah, and you know how many hundreds of thousands of Christians were murdered in Russia? And then you couldn't even possess a Bible. Do you know what that does to a people? And that's why I'm meeting all these Russian people that have these this really nasty attitude constantly. And about this brother Nathanael idiot. I met him one time in California. In fact, I was interested in about this Russian Orthodox thing, so I went to the church, and he was there in the church. And it's a really dark place in there. It's like a theater almost. And they have all these pictures and these little statues, and they look like they're really ancient things, But come to find out, the monks make them at the place where they have those Russian Orthodox monks. They sit around all day and make these things. They call them icons, little pictures of Mary and all this garbage, Because none of it's real and it's not genuine, it's fakes. And these Russian people, they go in there and they'll bow down to these images and kiss them and pray. And Brother Nathanael, I've watched him, he'd go in there and he was kissing these pictures and bowing down and praying to them. I mean, this is pure garbage. This comes from the early corruption of Christianity, because the Catholic Church and the Russians were there was just one church. It was a Catholic church. And then I think around 900 or something A.D., they separated, they split. But it's still basically the same Catholic garbage, We have a priest and everything. There's no priests that are Christians. Was Paul a priest? Was Peter a priest? No. Jesus Christ is the one who's going to have his own priesthood. See? But they're a bunch of fakes. And I say they persecute Jehovah's Witnesses not because I'm for any of churches, but at least doctrinally they have more accurate knowledge. They know that the lie that God is some fiend that likes to torture people forever and ever and ever, that's satanic. That comes from Satan. That's not of God. Their doctrine that Jesus is God. He's God now. There's one God. And there's the only begotten Son of God, Jesus Christ. You see. So Jesus says, I can do nothing of my own initiative, but only what I behold the Father doing. The Son can do nothing of his own. No man is good. Don't call me good. No one is good but God. Jesus worships his Father. He loves his Father. These people are just so perverted. They pervert the Word of God, and that's the whole idea behind the Jewish agenda, is to turn people away from God, painting him out to be a fiend that burns people forever and ever, tortures people forever and ever. No, God is going to get rid of their name is going to be blotted out of the book of life. Everlasting destruction, Gehenna, where the worm will never die, and the fire is not quenched. Not the people will never die. The lake of fire is symbolic of eternal death. That's why death is thrown into the lake of fire. But these people, God lets them believe that garbage because their hearts are not right and they're easily deceived. So that's all I have to say, really. More.